there was nobody else to take in the second round.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dynasty Pylon. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Alec. Got Mark in the building, and I was literally in the backstage trying to convince Mark to give me a 4th round pick in our fantasy draft.
It just might work.
All right, K9. We'll call it a deal.
K9.
There you go.
I've already had offers for K9. I had a 1st and a 2nd. I almost pulled the trigger. I was like, fuck. Okay.
2027 1st and 2nd?
No, it was 2027 2nd and 2028 1st.
Okay.
I was like, okay,
like 2028 first. I could do that.
I have a lot of running backs, right? So I was ready to go, and then they tried to throw in the extra, ask for a 4th round. I was like, fuck that, no. It was like, but I mean, I think it was fair, but it was just so many deals happen, and I think I'm gonna have to start doing deals for the next year. But this year, I think I'm okay. I'm okay with my team. So yeah. But dynasty drafts are going on everywhere. There's gonna be a lot of keeper leagues are gonna start having drafts soon, because you have your team set, and most of these drafts, even though I think a lot of drafts you do want to happen before you get into the camp, but sometimes you want to do it before, and you get to take the chance. If you're a real GM in your team, you have to decide what type of players you want to have. So that's why I see a lot of players, a lot of people doing their drafts early. So I like when you're doing dynasty, you're doing it a little bit earlier. So how do you guys feel about that?
Well, I think doing your draft right around the start of camp, I don't see a problem with it. Because then it allows you to really pay attention to camp reports. It allows you to pay attention when preseason hits. These are the guys that I put my flags down on. Are they actually going to perform the way I want them to? Or are they just going to be a depth piece I'm going to have in my taxi squad for the first year kind of thing? I don't hate it, but I also understand why a lot of people do like to wait towards until preseason starts typically, or maybe like the last week of preseason if they want to do their rookie drafts. I can understand that too.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mark?
No, I agree. I think if it's a keeper or dynasty before training camp breaks is a good time for it.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you got to focus even more and hope to God your players make it through training camp without getting hurt.
100%. You better pay attention. You better know what you're doing. Injury situation.
Especially if injuries do hit, then you better be hitting that waiver wire.
100%. We got Derpy in the building. Says positive and directed beef towards certain content creators all across all platforms. I enjoyed it though. So Supergirl, I've heard a lot of different things about Supergirl, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. I'll let you know, Derpy, because we're gonna go over that next Monday, so that'll be a lot of fun.
You know, it's a football show, right? Derpy?
Yeah.
Every time he comes in here,
Derpy is like, hey, Derpy just is excited about stuff, you know, and he loves football too. He really does.
He's just mad Aaron Rodgers is QB again.
I know, man.
For one final year, one last hurrah.
So, do you draft Drew Alar?
Maybe late.
I don't know.
Maybe pick him up if you can. Stash him in taxi squad.
I mean, there's always a possibility
the flyer.
the Steelers aren't really that good, and you know maybe
they. But I still think with Aaron Rodgers, they'll still be about 500, and I don't know if that puts them into position to get a QB.
I mean, there will be. Yeah, there's always that.
Well, there's that.
I mean,
look at the Jets 3 years ago. You know
exactly. A man can hope because I'm ready to destroy my Funko Pop. So
I know you are.
And then he's gonna destroy it, and then he's gonna keep it in the back as a moment.
Yeah,
exactly.
It'll be burned on his own pedestal.
Own little plaque.
He'll have like a little lamp light that just shines on it.
Death of Rodgers. That's what. Oh man, that's gonna be a lot of fun. But no, I look at this and I think there's an interesting thing. So when you have these drafts going on, where do you guys put Brandon Aiyuk? Because the news is that the 49ers tried trading him and they're so done with him, they're set to release him. And he said, I'm going to sign the next day with the Commanders. So whenever I get released, he's going with the Commanders. Do the Commanders really want this headache? Because I don't know if y'all been reading the stuff that he's been saying for the last 6 weeks. He sounds crazy.
He does. And what you mean, a wide receiver that's acting like a diva and crazy in the NFL? Unheard of.
I don't even know if I'd say diva.
This is not diva. This
is Antonio Brown freezing my toes off.
No, you're absolutely right. He is acting like Antonio Brown.
We're approaching that level really fast.
But even though they could use a serious wide receiver help, I don't think it's worth it. He'll just be a distraction.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good for a funny meme that I saw today. Apparently, there was a photo shoot, and someone decided, let's test the players, and they let a baby go to see the reaction. And they were like, this is good, so that way they can see who can take care of Brandon Aiyuk when he shows up.
Ouch. Watch, he'll probably won't get his wish, and he'll probably end up signing with someone like the Dolphins for crying out loud.
No, I mean, if you're the Commanders and Jaden Daniels comes to you and says, I want this guy on my team.
Well, he doesn't have to. I mean, the GM already knows him too.
True.
It doesn't mean the GM wants them that
either. Exactly.
But the real question is, does Dan Quinn want that? Because apparently inside sources are saying this is a make or break year for him.
I mean, you're in the what was it, the NFC Championship game 2 years ago? His star quarterback got hurt
next year. I understand that. I'm just letting you know what I heard.
Make or break.
Apparently, it wasn't Dan Quinn's choice to get rid of the offensive defense coordinator.
I don't know. I if you get rid of Dan Quinn, then my point is I think the Commanders are taking a giant step back when you have a guy who, and Jaden Daniels, in my opinion, and this might just be in my opinion, I believe he will be a top 10 quarterback every year that he's healthy. Every year that he's healthy, I believe he's a top 10 quarterback. So
every other year.
There you go. There you go.
Hey,
exactly. Hey, this is the year. This is what you gotta do.
I know.
Exactly.
We're in year 3, so it should be a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, him and Scary Terry will be healthy.
Ooh, but what you have already? Do you really need Brandon?
I don't think Scary Terry or Jaden Daniels played a game together last year.
They didn't, which is crazy, or at least healthy. They didn't do it healthily. But yeah, do you really want Brandon Aiyuk there? Like, I mean, is necessary? Honestly,
I mean, who's your wide receiver 2? Luke McCaffrey.
Wide receiver 2, it's either Luke McCaffrey, Williams that we just drafted, and I think we signed De'Ami Brown again.
So not a whole lot.
Brown. Treylon Burks. You want to try with Treylon?
Oh yeah, Treylon Burks. We brought him back.
Yeah,
too.
So they can use the wide
good catch. He was a first round pick.
Oh.
Mark
The
was
answer
all
is
about
Antonio. It's
Treylon
probably
Burks
Antonio
like 3 years
Williams.
ago. Okay.
It's probably Antonio Williams. Is probably the answer. Yeah, and
I mean-
this all could be nothing. This all could be Brandon Aiyuk comes in and is outstanding. He's the number one wide receiver when his mind is right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think he has to come in and almost interview, I think, to be able to sign with this.
Truly,
I think they're going to have to talk to him and be like, bro, are you good?
Truly, I think it's going to be Scary Terry as long as he's healthy. And then their second biggest target getter is going to be Chigga.
Yeah, Okwankwo. Yeah.
Because if you're going to give me 2023 Brandon Aiyuk, 2024 Brandon Aiyuk, you can give me that Brandon Aiyuk. That's another number one receiver.
But Brandon Aiyuk was a top 10 receiver in the entire NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But you don't usually not play in the NFL and get better.
No way, you're not wrong there.
So I think it's gonna be interesting though. I do want to see.
Well, it's 2023 because 2024 is when he got hurt and then he didn't play.
Yeah.
So he didn't rehab his injury.
I don't know, man. I look at it. I would be very hesitant in myself for Brandon Aiyuk. I don't know if I want that smoke.
Do you hear what George Kittle said?
No, what did George
Apparently,
Kittle
he
say?
was on a podcast and they asked him about the Brandon Aiyuk situation. And he literally just looked and he said, you know what? If I got paid $130 million, I'd be pissed too.
Damn, bro.
That was all he said.
Dude, I mean,
but then he went on to say that when in practice, he said Aiyuk was the first person there. He was the last person to leave. No one worked harder, and it showed on the field. And he said, but that was when he was playing. He's like, I can't speak for what he is now. So it's like it's there, but is it there still? You know.
When the actual popularity, the talent level is there. Everything you want is there, but just man, I don't know. And could he be a guy that destroys the team? If you don't have strong wide receivers there, you don't have strong offensive guys there, you don't have a great running back, right? You know, it's Bill, Rashad White, Jerome Ford. You know, I guess those are guys like these are not huge. I mean, Allen, we just said Kaytron
Allen.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Rashad White's going to be interesting. Being there too.
He's going to be their best pass catcher for sure in the backfield. So I still think he'll be the lead back.
I could see them going with Rashad starting, and then maybe Bill can show something, and then Kaytron towards the week 8. Even when Kaytron, if he does take over, I still think that Rashad White's still going to be in that backfield.
Well, I think Allen will definitely be like the red zone back because he's a big bruiser, power back. I don't think we have anybody else on the roster. I think.
I mean, how big is Jerome Ford?
Well, we do have Jerome Ford, but even Stefanski didn't like to play with Jerome Ford. I don't know. Look at last year.
Okay.
Our rookie's holding out. Who we had? Not Jerome Ford. Everybody else out there but him.
All right. Okay. The next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Do you believe Charbonnet could be ready for week 1?
No. Are you seeing a report that says that he will be?
Well, I'm going to read to you right now. It says, Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald was asked if the team expects running back Zach Charbonnet back for week 1 and noted that anything was possible given the expectations. Charbonnet is doing a great job on his recovery, and we're really excited. The quote is, if you're going to guess what type of schedule Zach Charbonnet will be on, that's the type of schedule he's on. He's on the week 1 schedule right now. He's doing a great job. I know he has high expectations for himself. I look forward to seeing where it ends up, but the doctors will tell us how it goes.
That doesn't tell me really anything. Just
that tells me they hope he's ready for me.
Yeah,
they want him ready for me.
Yeah, what does that mean for price then? How confident are they in price?
It depends. I think if he's there for the entire training camp in preseason, you have to slowly work Charbonnet in. If he's coming back to the team week 1, he's not going to get the work.
Yeah,
it'll still be Price.
That ain't happening.
No, it ain't. I've heard reports saying that he should be ready by mid-October, and that's more believable than week 1. So,
yeah.
Even if he's not football shape week 1. He's going to have to get back into football shape.
That's what I'm saying. He has to be slowly worked in.
Yes.
So drafting Jadarian Price in your drafts is probably a great move, knowing that even if Charbonnet comes back, he's probably still going to have 50% of the workload.
Mm-hmm. And that's not even talking about if Price goes off when he takes. If
that's
Price goes off for 200 yards in week 1. There might be I don't know, Charbonnet may not have a job. Come back. But that's just the nature of the game.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I mean, you got to split him up. But going against New England's defense, I doubt that he's going to go for 200 yards against New England. Just
you
saying.
Never know.
But week 2,
K9 did in the Super Bowl, didn't he?
That's true.
Hey, yeah, but K9 it was also the Super Bowl. It wasn't week 1, and it wasn't a rookie.
Because that's usually within the first month is usually when teams are finding their identity. What are they going to be for the season? So it's not a fair assessment to say, Price better be ready by week 1 to 200 yards.
Well, going against the New England Patriots, but so let's say he's the starter for the first 5 weeks.
Sure,
that's New England, right? So that's tough. But then it's Arizona.
Oof.
Right? Come on, Arizona.
Super Bowl down, bro.
Then he goes to Washington. Mm-hmm. Much better defense, but you don't know what you're going to get
last year, but we still don't know what we're going to get from them.
Yeah, Los Angeles, the Chargers could be. You're not going to. You usually don't run against them, so that's an interesting thing. Then you go to San Francisco and then Denver. Those are the first 6 weeks. So if Jadarian Price does well there, he will start the rest of the season. But to go well there, that's tough.
It would be tough. I mean, I guess let me ask you this: what would you consider being good? Would it be 100 total yards each or close to each game? What is constitute as good when you have that 6 week stretch? I guess.
Mark, you can answer that first.
Good. Mm-hmm. I would say. There's so much variable. I would say 100 yards would be good.
Maybe 4 yards
a touchdown, like that. Half a touchdown a game or average a week.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Not bad.
500-600 yards.
500-600 yards in 6 weeks.
That's
great.
That's awesome.
That's great.
No. If that's the case, Sharp ain't the starter nowhere near. That's the case. Woo.
I would have good as 4.2 yards per carry.
I was just about to do per carry thing too.
That's where I'm at. I'm at 4. If you do 4.2 yards a carry and 3 touchdowns in the first 4 weeks, 5 weeks, that's a pretty good job. Enough for you to keep playing and something that's going to be good going forward. I don't think he goes over 700 yards, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears. Yeah.
That was yesterday.
Anytime I'm here, let's go Bears.
Bears.
But no, I mean, I think it'll be interesting because I know Jadarian Price is going to be drafted in a lot of drafts, and it's important that he gets drafted. He's a first round, so his average draft right now is 1.9.
Oh, you're talking about for rookie drafts, okay?
Just in rookie drafts.
I've seen in some startups.
Ours he went what 5th?
He went 5th overall.
Yeah,
6th.
I've seen in startups and also in best balls, he's going typically right around round 7.
I saw him. I believe so. When you start looking at PFF or you're looking at Fantasy Pros and all that stuff, he's going around the 5th and 6th round.
Yep.
Late 5th, early 6th round is kind of where his average stock is. But in rookie drafts, because if you do Dynasty, you're looking at rookie drafts, we're looking at 1.9, 110. Which looks good. Looks really good for me. So, and he might be worth it. He might be the second best running back to come out there. We'll see. Okay. What'd you guys think about the whole Max Crosby's back on the trade block, possibly?
I'm gonna simply ask what for, and are all these alleged physicals now, dealt with? Because if they are, and he's
that, or there'll be a trade with a clause saying no take backsies.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to have some like that. And the real question: does he go to a contender? That's the real thing, because he's still got some years left for him to do. Max Crosby's still one of the elite pass rushers in this league. So
he's only like what, 28, 29?
He's 28.
Yeah, he's 28.
Mm-hmm.
There's some concerns with his knee and his legs and injury wise, but all in all, he's still a elite pass rusher.
Anything he can fall back on his rap career, I guess.
Yeah. I'm like, oh wow, okay.
Once a Raider, always a Raider.
So here are the teams. So Yahoo Sports is saying that the 49ers want Max Crosby in the trade. They're going hard and offering some good stuff. But they're not interested in offering a first round. They're interested in offering second, third, both, like a 2 and a 3 for Max Crosby. The Sports Illustrated has the Bears reignited the whole thing with him, but they're interested in the first and the fourth, not a first and the second anymore. Okay, the Baltimore Ravens are not even in there, right?
I'm about to say.
They're laughing at everybody because they think that you're crazy. But I still have heard that your team, Alec, is still kind of looking just waiting till we just kind of see what the draft compensation might be, and might be willing to just go ahead and pounce on something if they hear that's not a lot.
I mean, I think exactly for that. If the price is right for Howie, that he thinks, okay, I have to think of this guy for years down the road, his contract, and then you also have to worry about paying Jalen Carter. If they did get him, it'd have to be for a price that would make sense. And also, it wouldn't be a bad thing for our D-line. Grenard on one end, Crosby on the other. That would be a pretty decent lineup, and we do need pass rusher help. But I don't know if they would do it for a first and a third or anything like that. That seems a little bit rich maybe for right now.
I think that the Raiders want more than the first and fourth. But I think both those trade offers, a first and a fourth, or a second and third, are actually pretty much where he is right now. But what you do is you look at Myles Garrett and say, how the hell not? I want more.
Mm-hmm. So not even that. Just look at the fact that the Ravens were willing to give up 2 firsts for him.
But if you're willing to say that, okay, he is, damaged goods, then all of a sudden,
I mean, that is the big difference. So at least with Myles Garrett, you're not getting the damaged goods.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's why I think the Myles Garrett thing actually kind of hurts Max Crosby's case, because to your point, first, second, and a third, which is a steal for Myles Garrett when he should be worth multiple firsts, but whatever. So then
the first.
You also got another guy there that's worth.
True. I mean, they did. So
yeah, Jared he's no Myles Garrett. He's not a slouch.
Yeah. No. Jared versus
all pro,
Pro Bowl every year.
Pro Bowler guy,
for sure.
Still
so
only
then
like
Max
25.
Crosby, I just don't see him now being worth multiple firsts. If he is worth one, I think he's worth just a singular first, and then anything else, I guess, on top of that probably would be a player, I feel like. Because otherwise, I don't know. I just don't see him being worth a first and a second or 2 firsts. I just don't think he is right now.
I think that if his trade does happen, we're looking at first and the third and the player. Even if it's a young player. A first, third, and a young player is what the Raiders will go ahead and say yes to. I just don't know if any team's going to be willing to give that right now with the uncertainty.
Yeah.
So, okay. Speaking of Myles Garrett, how excited do you think Myles Garrett is to be in LA?
I'm sure he's living it up.
His probably first thing when the coach said, now, remember, we do play in January. We're trying to play in February. He'd be like, wait, You guys don't take off for Cancun? You guys
Do
don't
you think the first thing Sean
Huh?
McVay said was, "These are the
What?
speed limits around the stadium. Can you please maintain that?" Do you know how many speeding tickets Miles Garrett has?
You ain't got nothing else to do. You don't have
He's like,
anything
"These are
else to
speed
do.
limits. Abide by them, please."
So
10 miles over, maybe. That's fine.
I look at this team, and I look at their defense now, the way it's constituted now. I remember how good the offense was last year.
Mhm.
Are they inevitable to be in the NFC Championship game? I didn't say Super Bowl.
Inevitable? No. Are they the fan favorites to go? Yes.
Do you think they're Vegas' favorites?
Yes. Especially for the NFC. I would expect them to be the favorites.
Okay. What do you think, Mark?
I would expect them to be the favorites, especially after the trade.
I bet you somehow the Chiefs are probably somehow in there. Probably like
I'm trying to
number
figure out
4
anybody,
or
what, the
something.
Seahawks maybe? I'm trying to figure out who anybody else.
Yeah, it's going to
close
be
to.
probably the Seahawks, Rams, Eagles will be somewhere up there for the NFC. AFC, they're probably going to be the Patriots. Probably some teams are probably going to say either Denver or Houston, and then somehow the Chiefs will be up there as well. Somehow.
Okay. So here are the Super Bowl odds right now. The Rams are plus 600.
Yep.
All right. They're plus 300 for the conference and plus 110 for the division, which means they're pretty much saying they're going to be there, all the way, all costs. The next best odds for the Super Bowl, it's going to shock you guys.
What?
The Baltimore Ravens.
That's so
with a new coach, but you have a great quarterback. You have the running back. Their defense, I'm not impressed by their defense. They actually lost on their defense, yet somehow they have second best odds. This is Vegas.
And they lost their center.
And they lost their center.
Oh,
they're looking for a center, too. They're trying to get the Bears to trade a center to them. So,
all right. Center you just traded for?
The center we just traded for because we drafted
as
the
we should be, KC. Yeah. Okay.
The
their schedule is easy.
The third best odds at 11-1. Seattle Seahawks.
No surprise.
Okay. Fourth best odds, 10-1. The Buffalo Bills.
Not too surprised.
Patriots the fifth best odds, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep, there we go. Yep. I was waiting for it to come up there.
Well, no, I mean, look, I'm not surprised by the Kansas City Chiefs. Not at all. Getting K9, having Patrick Mahomes, if their defense could do anything at all, I mean, they can recover from this.
The only thing I'm kind of worried about is corner, but
Delane is going to be. We'll see what Delane is.
Their rookie.
Well, yeah. And their linebacker depth ain't exactly the best.
That's true. They lost Leo Chenal.
Yeah, that's very, very much true. Where do you think Philadelphia is?
I'm going to say they're probably in the top 8, and if they're not, that feels pretty silly for them not to be top 8.
Okay. What about you? What do you think, Mark?
I'll say top 10 for sure.
That's also reasonable.
They're number 6.
All right. Go Birds. All right, there you go.
16-1. Then
put up and shut up.
New England Patriots, it's the same odds. The Chargers are 17-1. I hate the other team. I'm not going to even talk about their names.
That's crazy.
No, fuck them. San Francisco's 18-1, and Houston Texans 18-1. And yeah, so that's kind of
should not be in there. That's a mistake.
Well, Vegas odds are also. I mean, you look at it's funny because there's teams with higher over unders that are lower in the Super Bowl odds. Because so 9.5 wins. There's the Bears, the Cowboys, the Bengals, the Broncos, the Texans, the Chargers are all 9.5 wins.
That's well, it's Vegas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, they hit a lot. Okay, I'm just saying. Now 10.5 wins, which is one step low because there's no 10 wins. There's only 9.5. So 10.5 wins. It's the Lions, 49ers, the Packers, the Patriots, the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Bills are all 10.5. Seahawks are right there, even at 11. They don't do it but that's just the wins are even at 11. And then the Ravens and Rams are 11.5.
Then, aren't the Ravens always considered super high? I feel like every year, then they always underperform.
Last year they were much lower. I don't know what exactly why the Ravens are so high.
I think the Ravens up until last season perform in the regular season.
They do.
Yeah.
They get 12, 13 wins, but they just didn't do anything in the play.
I'm just surprised that they're the number 2.
I don't get
it.
It's
a little shocking to me. I'm not gonna lie.
The most we have to pull up their schedule to look at it, but I feel like the most they're probably going to win is what? Maybe at most 12.
Yeah, probably. I'll be about 12. I'm looking at their schedule. The Colts, New Orleans, Dallas, Tennessee, Atlanta, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Buffalo, Jacksonville, Chargers, Carolina, Houston, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh.
See, and I could see them losing probably about 6 of those games.
Hardest schedule.
No, but that's not a hard schedule.
It's not a hard schedule, but I could see them realistically losing 6. At most 7, but realistically 6. So I guess I have them 11-6.
It's 11 wins.
Yeah.
So if we're saying 11 to 12 wins, that's 11.5 actually hits. That's exactly what Vegas is.
I guess we'll just have to see how Mr. Minter does as a head coach.
100%.
That's my only thing is historically head coaches aren't great
that first year.
And as much as some fans outside the one in the chat here may not like the years, but I could also see why the Chiefs would also be so high. Their schedule is not hard at all, really. So 12-5, I think, is very realistic for the Chiefs, even if it's a quote unquote rebuilding year, or even if Mahomes hasn't exactly looked Mahomey since 2022.
He hasn't really been the problem.
No. What I mean is just his stat line hasn't really looked that impressive. The last 3
up
years.
Until last year, he would still win. So.
Well, yeah, no, of course, I'm not
15-1.
No,
I was like 15-1.
I'm not saying that Mahomes is bad by any means. I'm not. I'm just saying that his number wise don't look as great as they once did. But I can see them winning realistically 12 games. Their schedule is not hard, and I do think that they'll split with Denver. I think they always give them a tough run for their money, but I think all in all, they probably could very realistically win their division.
3.
Oh, what do you think of Mahomes' contract extension?
6.
4 more years, first ever football contract over $500 million.
Because,
I could see 11 to 12 games. Between 11 and 12 games, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What surprised me is that Vegas has the Eagles. I think you said 10.5, right?
Yep.
That's all right, because their schedule is also easy. So to me, I'm shocked that they would say Eagles really only get 11. I could see them winning 12 just the same way. But again, it's Vegas.
They have it at 10.5, but also say that they're less favored for the playoffs. Because what's really kind of crazy, I don't understand how this is possible, but Dallas actually has better playoff odds. They have a lower over, like their wins is only 9.5, but they have higher playoff odds because they're saying that their schedule is easier. Their strength of schedule.
That's the thing is that this is all before the season starts. This will change as the season goes on.
No freaking clue what anyone is right
No,
now.
no, we don't. If we're looking at just before the season starts, Cowboys have a harder schedule than the Eagles do. Actually, all the East except for the Eagles have a harder schedule of I think it's 15th all the way up to 20, I forget, 26 or something like that.
Well, it's because the Eagles are ranked higher, right? So if they're all very similar in the strength of schedule, and the Eagles are the hardest team, their strength of schedule should be lower because they're playing teams that are lower than they are.
Right. I'm saying that the Eagles schedule, I think, is the 7th easiest, I think. That's the thing. That's why it confuses me that it's 10.5 for them when they could realistically win 12, possibly 13 games. I don't know. That's
I agree
Dallas.
though. It's like the playoffs for the Cowboys. Like what?
That was playoffs. Come on, playoffs. Playoffs.
I tell them this
Man.
every year. They never listen to me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm just talking about Vegas. I don't know. So here's the easiest strength of schedule. It's the Browns,
Yep.
Saints, Bengals, Falcons, Lions, Texans, Titans, Ravens, Philadelphia's 10.
I guess so 10.
They're 10.
So the Lions are one of
Jaguars,
the easiest schedules.
Dallas is
Guys.
13.
Yep.
Giants are 16. Washington
I think-
17. They're all right around each other, and it's like 4.91, 4.92, 4.93.
Yeah, it's again, this will change during the season. That's why I kind of don't like looking at before the season starts, this is the easiest or the easiest or hardest strength schedule. That's not always the truth. We've seen it happen throughout the
No, it's
season.
not.
But
they're going off the last year because they.
I know. That's what they always do. I know.
It's just like I told you, the Bears have the hardest schedule,
Yes.
right?
But the Bears do good against.
If Minnesota's terrible, then all of a sudden that changes, right?
How does Chicago have the hardest schedule? Oh, is it the same thing where
Because our division is so
Chicago's
good.
the better team
Yes.
and they have to play Chicago,
Yes.
So
where Chicago can't play themselves?
exactly. But so it's like Chicago and it's right next
I'm
to.
trying to figure out how you have
Packers.
the hardest schedule and the Lions have like the fifth easiest schedule.
It's exactly what Brian said. Their division is really tough, and they go off of division winners and all this other metrics for it. So
the third best teams, the Lions will be playing the third best team in the division, other division that they're playing. That third best team is actually ranked lower, than the fourth best team, which is the Vikings will be playing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is strength of schedule is real difficult to even figure out. You want to be somewhere in the middle and then just kind of see how it goes.
Sure.
But no, I mean the season. I'm excited because I'm starting to realize we can't come in next week. We're in July.
We are. Oof.
Like this is real. It's flying by. The schedule is right around the corner for us actually deciding what we're going to do. I have to make a decision in the next 2 weeks if I'm going to go to Australia with the Rams. Like, fly 9 days with the Rams. I don't know if I can do 9 days with Rams fans, but I have my Myles Garrett jersey already, so it might work.
There you go.
Oh man, is there anything you think is going to happen besides that? Besides what we've talked about today in this offseason? Anything that we're going to see that might be something that pops up?
Just
I mean, I know
more
there's all this talk
bold
about Brandon
predictions.
Aiyuk, but Deebo Samuel's still a free agent.
He is. Tyreek Hill's still a free agent. We're probably going to see a few get signed. The one player I am shocked that is still not signed, and unless he announced retirement and I just completely missed it, is Bobby Wagner. Like, that dude's always.
He hasn't announced his retirement.
I think it's up to him. I think he can decide.
Mhm.
That's what's going on with Bobby Wagner. He hasn't decided if he's going to play or not. The NFL believes he can still play.
Oh,
That's what I
he
said.
definitely can.
Go to the Rams. Become a super team over there.
But
my God.
yeah, although the thing is that Rams don't
Bring in Aaron Donald, have like 7 Hall of Famers on that defense.
but no, but yeah,
Trade
he
for
should
Max
go
Crosby too. Just bring them all in.
I mean, to be honest, even though I know they signed Devin Bush, it wouldn't be a terrible idea if he went to the Bears. That would be really great for that defense.
I know it sounds like that, but the Bears are pretty good at linebacker because we only do. And those we have 3 linebackers set on paper. We only roll with 2. 90% of the time we're in nickel or dime. So because Kyler Gordon's really our linebackers hybrid type of guy.
He
And
runs that
Thiedemann is the same
15-cent
thing.
defense.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the other stuff, and everything else is just whatever. I'm surprised Mac Jones is still with the 49ers.
So speaking of Mac Jones, I saw What do you think about the Jets trading for Mac Jones? I don't know if you heard about Geno.
Oh yeah, with the whole baby mama drama.
You remember we were talking about
Bro.
this, and all of a sudden it's like there's a warrant for Geno. Like, oh my god!
Have you watched the video?
Have you seen the depth chart behind Geno Smith? Because whoo,
Yeah, no, they definitely need somebody else there.
number 4 is Bailey Zappi.
Zap.
I couldn't even tell you who 2 and 3 were.
You're still in
Howard.
school? No. So I would say this. The news I have about the whole Geno Smith stuff is Shedeur Sanders is doing really well in Cleveland, but they're just focused on Deshaun Watson being that guy. They believe he has the high ceiling. He was a Pro Bowler, right? He's literally everything, right? So they want to do that. They want to get 1 or 2 good years out of him. So they're talking about trading Shedeur Sanders. And apparently the New York Jets have called 5 times about it. And Shedeur doesn't want to go.
I don't blame him. In fact, if I was going to receive any call from a New Jersey area code or New York area code, I'd be like, nah, nope, not answering.
But he's doing well. They're saying that he is showing that he's able to play, and that he's a stable guy. And Cleveland wants to go into camping into the season with both of them.
Actually taking first team reps, he's showing progress. Who would have thought?
Letting them actually practice this in the year.
Who would have thought?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's crazy.
People that ripped on Shedeur, I'm like, you should really look at his situation. All right, I don't think Shedeur is that bad, and I think that the Browns choosing, Deshaun Watson, it's really just ridiculous. I get it, he's the vet. But, man, at some point, your guy has to learn with the first team. At some point, he has to get a full season under his belt.
Okay.
So
I get where Shedeur is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm a football player, I think one of the last places I want to go to is the New York Jets.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's a team that wants me and is going to give me a chance to play,
it has
there's
a
nothing
lot of
saying
talent
you have
around
to
him.
extend your contract.
There's a lot of talent around that.
But there's that too. There's also a lot of talent. Like, wouldn't you want to go somewhere where you could show? And if you could show you're good with the Jets,
100%.
And then you can go.
There's nothing saying, like I said, there's nothing saying you have to do a contract extension. It's only 3 years.
He only has 3 more years left. So I mean, and
it's only 3 years. If you could show you can compete and be good in New York.
If you do it in New York, yes. If you do it in New York,
yes.
If look at Mark Sanchez. He parlayed it into a career until he started to stab somebody because he was off his rock.
I think it's a good move. I look at that team. I think they have the running backs. I think they have the receivers. I think they're upgrading their line. I think it's a tough division, but you could be good. I could see the Jets win 7 games.
I heard the Jets are blowing up the 49ers too, though.
Yeah, for Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Which makes
sense. What do you think of this crazy 3-way trade? I heard something. It was Mac Jones to the Jets. The Steelers get all kinds of picks, and DK Metcalf to the 49ers.
Say that one more time.
Mac Jones to the Jets.
Okay.
A whole bunch of picks to the Steelers from both the Jets and the 49ers, and DK Metcalf to the 49ers.
But you just got rid of Brandon Aiyuk. You want DK to come in?
I don't know. I'm just saying what I heard.
I mean, George Kittle won't really be himself, at least for the first month. Maybe that's why you would even consider that, but I don't like it.
I hear so the Browns are listening to everything for Shedeur, especially if he loses the battle. But they're more interested in trading Dylan Gabriel.
If he loses,
I'm not surprised.
And ain't nobody calling the Browns for Dylan Gabriel. No, that's not true. That's not true. The Falcons, maybe.
Oh man, what an exclusive lineup with Tua.
Well, that was a Stefanski pick all the way, apparently. Dylan
Gabriel.
And then they didn't work in the season. They still had to go to Shedeur after all that, right? He should go to the Jets. I mean, no,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think
I
Shador
get
doing
where
that.
he's coming from for not wanting to play for the Jets, but at the same time,
Yeah, because anything could happen in a year or two, even if it's not the most spectacular thing. We all understand that it's the Jets. So as long as he looks even half baked decent, you know, he could always magically wind up going to a future contender. You know, we saw everybody thought Geno was awful when he was originally with the Jets. Then he went straight to, what was it, Seattle? Played terrific in Seattle. You know, anywhere else he's been kind of but, you know, he got that opportunity. And same with Sam Darnold. It just seems like the Jets is the place for it's not your second chance. It's so you go somewhere and have a true second chance.
I would
be
rather
100% all
him go to the
honest.
Jets.
I know I give a lot of shit to Geno because of how bad the Raiders were last year, but I don't think that's all on Geno Smith. I mean, Chip Kelly was the offensive coordinator.
True.
He didn't even know his own playbook. So,
All right. Check out this trade. Tell me what you guys think about this.
Sure.
Okay. The Patriots trade, it's a 3-team trade. The Patriots get Michael Wilson. Okay. The Cardinals receive Shedeur Sanders and Kayshon Boutte and the Browns' 4th-round pick.
Okay.
The Browns receive Jacoby Brissett and the Patriots 2027.
You're looking at the same place I saw the 49ers trade. Because I saw this trade too. I saw that trade too.
I mean, if you're Shedeur Sanders, would you rather be on the Cardinals or you rather be on the Jets?
Well, the Cardinals are the betting odds would say are going to have the worst record in the league, but I would rather be on the Cardinals than I would the Jets. You know, because think about it, the Cardinals offense, in a weird way, kind of looks better. You know, you have Love at running back that you can always hand off to or throw it to. You've got the best tight end in football with McBride. You've got MHJ, you know, and that guy, you know, we all know what he can be.
You put the ball in his hands and you get him in the place where he actually can catch it and keep on moving.
So whereas the Jets, I like them defensively more than their offense outside of, you know, Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson. I do think that the Cardinals offensively would be more exciting for Shedeur. I do. I
really like I like the Jets.
Both teams' ownership is god awful.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it is.
When you look at the
you
Jets,
just basically traded the same situation just for a hotter location.
Maybe that's all they wanted.
Smaller town. You know, New York is different.
Phoenix is like the 4th largest city in America.
But New York is so big. It's New York. You know, I would rather not be in New York, Chicago, or Dallas if I'm talking about being a big town, big city.
Yeah.
Those are on a different level of bigness, and then you know.
No, I get what you're saying.
So I look at the Jets, Breece Hall and Braylon Allen in their backfield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are 2 good running backs. Yeah, Garrett Wilson, Adonai Mitchell, Omar Cooper, which we just saw, you know, is going going high in a lot of these rookie drafts. We're probably been higher if you went somewhere else, but it's going really high in a lot of these drafts. You got Kenyon Sadiq and Mason Taylor at tight end, right? You have Fashanu at your left tackle. You got Josh Myers that just re-signed. You got Tipman at your right guard, and you have Mimbu at your right tackle. That team has a lot of talent there. The problem is probably Geno. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm Shedeur, I wouldn't necessarily say I don't want to go there. But Shedeur.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
in the end, he can say he doesn't want to go there all he wants. But
he's going to go.
Last say anyway. So.
Yeah. Can you imagine drafting him in the 5th round and then getting the 3rd round pick for him?
Yeah.
If he
Browns know how to draft.
They do.
Rewarded.
They can draft, but can
they
coach?
Apparently they can trade too, because I mean, Miles Garrett trade, I'm not gonna say it was bad for them.
No, but that tells me, and this is what goes back to what Alex said. I think why are you going with Deshaun Watson now? If you're going all new, you're going young. You say I'm gonna go all young. I'm gonna go with Casey Concepcion and David Boston, and I'm just going with all these young guys everywhere I am. Then go young.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you tell me the Cardinals wouldn't give you whatever you wanted, for Deshaun Watson right now.
I don't know if they give him whatever they.
I mean,
you want
that's the
all
problem.
You want is to
calm down a little bit.
You want them to take him. That's all you want, right? Take the rest of his contract. Take him.
You take his contract. We'll give you a second, and we'll take a fourth in return.
you just give him from under that contract, right? Like, Isn't that all you want? Why wouldn't you do that?
I mean, it does seem like that's what they're trying to do. When they traded Myles Garrett, to me, it sounded like, okay, we're going to try to eat this dead cap space for Deshaun Watson because we're clearing everything now. We're going super young. We're going to start over.
That's what I'm surprised. That's
all you're hearing is Deshaun Watson.
And again, because the last time he was healthy was when exactly? What was it? 2020? Was that the last time that he was full on healthy, played the full season?
2024.
2024. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. He was really. I mean, remember with the Texans, he was great.
You're right.
He was even drafted by them in 2020.
You're right. My bad.
He was really good.
Or 2023. 2023.
I think 2023 is when he was traded.
Yeah, and then he
2024.
It was the end of 2024 when he got hurt, and then he re-aggravated it in January, and that's why he missed all of last season.
Yep.
So, and then they want to give him an extension.
Dude, I don't even understand that.
If they're giving him an extension, it's to try to get away from that dead cap hit. Like, we're gonna extend it.
I mean, is it beyond a possibility that Deshaun Watson comes in this year and is a top 12 quarterback?
I made a small argument with a different group of guys who are just a bunch of degenerates for fantasy football. I love them to death. I do. And I said, it's crazy. Deshaun Watson is undrafted in even super flex leagues right now. But imagine if he could rekindle that fire. Even he doesn't have to even be a top 10 quarterback. Like I said, he could be top 12, even top 14. And that's still way better than you would find. Again, in the last round of your drafts, you can take him. It's very possible. If he's healthy, it's very possible because not enough people are talking about him. And the offense isn't exactly terrible. And that schedule is really nice. And think about it. You have Fannin at tight end that you could pepper targets with because that's what he's good at. You've got Casey Concepcion in the slot. He's looking terrific. Some reports say he's looking better than, Boston's the other guy, right? He's looking better than Boston. Judkins, fully healthy. It's going to be a menace.
I just worry about that offensive line.
Sure. Cleveland's offensive line that's why I say the Jets' offensive line is so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They literally have 5 new starters. And the one guy they thought they were going to have retired.
Yeah.
Dude.
Good job.
If straight up, if I'm looking at 2 guys straight up, no money to deal with at all. If you tell me I either get Deshaun Watson or Daniel Jones, I probably still look for Deshaun Watson, man. Daniel Jones is the guy I would pick up later in the draft. I will believe more in Deshaun Watson having better numbers if I know he's going to be healthy.
Sure. I still think people though.
Yeah, but Daniel Jones is missing like half the season, isn't he?
True. But I do think
what I said.
People are probably going to still want to draft Daniel Jones just because they remember how well he did while also JT running all over everybody last year. So
I can see JT eventually trying to push his way out.
Very possible.
If they don't win and do something, I could see that happening.
And that's very possible this year too, because I'm not too
Daniel Jones get drafted to replace Eli Manning and then land on the same team as Peyton Manning. I just put that together in my head.
And he will eventually somehow wind
also
up
while being tutored by Kevin O'Connell for half the season and not play.
He's going to get replaced by Arch Manning.
Yeah. I'm passing on Daniel Jones every time. You know
Arch
what?
Manning
I
is
agree
gonna,
with you.
unfortunately. Do you think if the Jets have the first overall pick, that we have Eli 2.0? And Arch is like, I am not playing for the Jets.
You know what? That would be funny. And if that,
Not only that, there was drama about Peyton Manning's draft too.
sure.
Because there was.
He's like,
I
hey,
think
San Diego takes me. I'm not
said
doing
Peyton
it.
wasn't
Right. No, there's a
Why did
funny
both of them
skit
involve
that I
the
saw
Chargers?
about that, but it was actually
I just
for
realized
someone
both of those
else.
incidents involved the Chargers too. Because Ryan Leaf went to the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did.
I was like, why the Mannings hate the Chargers so much?
All right. Where do you think Deshaun Watson is ranked right now?
For starting QBs, what was 25?
25.
I think, even though I know I'm going to be wrong, but I think closer towards like 30, even though I know that's probably wrong, but hard to rank a guy after 2 years removed.
He's 27.
Mm-hmm. So we're really close.
But I didn't go over. So I win.
Yeah.
Price is Right rules.
Oh, my Lord.
It's literally right between you two. 27 is where he's ranked. But they do say he has top 10 quarterback skills.
He does.
Yeah, we've seen it. He has top 5 quarterback skills.
It's very
100%.
possible. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, if you're in the league and you do see Deshaun Watson just sitting there, you have somewhere you can stash him away, I wouldn't be afraid.
I'm in a super flex and he's either sitting on the waiver or he's in the end. I'm like, why not?
Just take a shot at him. In fact, guys, if you guys do a fun
maybe not even in a super flex, maybe a regular one too. I'm like,
you could also do that too. But if you're in a super flex, seriously, go on Sleeper, wherever you are, do a super flex mock, and then just purposely think I'm gonna get my 2 starting guys, all right? And let's say you can only have 3 QBs. Do a mock and just look at the ADP and think, you know what? In the last couple of rounds, I'll just look for Deshaun Watson, and then I'll get him, and then see how the rest of your roster looks at that point. You might be surprised how good it might look.
Who do you think, or how low do you think Shedeur Sanders is from that? So we said Deshaun's at 27. Where do you think Shedeur Sanders is ranked?
34.
Oh, actually, this is not kind of fun, but I bet you he's probably in the back of the starters, so probably like 31, 32.
He is 33.
Hey, there you go. I'm under.
Fuck it.
Right.
Did it again. I knew I was close after I said 34 and I saw Brian's face.
Yeah, I was like, if he said
34 and Brian was like,
yeah, and I'm like, you know what? He's probably in the back starters, 31, 32,
close.
you know?
And then this guy goes and says 31, 32. I was like, God damn it.
He said $1, Bob. $1.
Yeah, $1.
Who do you think is the quarterback right above him? One slot ahead of him. Another young quarterback that's kind of taking his lumps and that's looked at more poorly than he has been before.
No. Is it AR5?
It is not. He's way, way below.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say because you said Jan took a bunch of lumps and hasn't really performed well. I was like, well, that sounds like AR5 right there.
Penix?
Come on, Mark. You should know it's your mama's favorite team.
Oh, JJ?
It's JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy. You know what? That's
Get that man one full season, could we? Before we start trying to get rid of him.
How many games does he play? 10?
In 2 years, yeah.
In 10 games in 2 years, and everyone's ready to write him off.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Sorry, I thought you were going the other way. I was like, are you kidding me?
I don't understand.
10 games is not enough sample size. Okay.
You don't know what a young guy that they said needs to sit.
Was he in some of those games?
They told you that he needs to sit when he comes in. He needs 2 years.
That's what we said from the beginning.
And of course, this
dude is getting drafted at the age of 20. He's gonna be 21 at the start of his first season. Let the man sit.
Turn back to Superman. Exactly. He needs a little rub and tug, you know. Without it, it's his kryptonite.
Oh man. So I said JJ is number 32. Where do you think they rank Kyler Murray then?
Well, definitely. Probably low 20s. I'd be shocked if he was.
I would say like 24.
You know, it's funny. I was about to say that too, but I'll say 22.
He's 17.
17.
Damn.
Still closer.
We didn't go low enough.
No, we did not.
Kyler Murray is number 17, right behind
Right in the middle.
Justin Herbert.
So he's ranked 17, and yet he had to sign a 1 year.
That's diabolical.
That's
Herbert's
insane.
better than 16. That's a bit disrespectful.
You know what it is? People are tired. People are tired with Herbert. Tired of waiting for him to use all the talent and be this great thing. He just
how about he gets an O line?
Well, you got Mike.
He had
again,
one.
so.
He did not have one.
He had one.
Not last year.
He just lost 7 guys on the O line. That's all.
Yeah, just 7. I mean, they had the statistically worst ranked offensive line at each spot last year, but
they did, and he still put up good numbers. That's the thing.
He's dying half the time,
so
coughing up blood.
I want to give you 3 names. You tell me who's ranked higher. This will be the last thing we do. 3 names, okay? All right. I have Jackson Dart.
Okay.
Brock Purdy.
Okay.
And Dak Prescott.
Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Jackson Dart.
Nah, Dak, Brock, and Jax.
Neither on your right.
Really? Jackson Dart's ranked higher
Jackson
than
Dart is ranked higher. He is
stupid.
Jackson Dart
That's stupid.
is ranked number 7.
What the? Are you looking? Okay, everything you just told us has no credibility whatsoever.
This is ESPN. This is literally the ranking. This is just came out 2 hours ago.
Stupid.
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart 7. On my mama, that is the worst take. Okay, so then where's Brock and Dak?
Where's Jaden Daniels then?
Brock is 8.
Jaden Daniels is not ahead of
Brock. Okay.
Brock is 8 and Dak is 12.
That's so stupid.
Where's Jaden Daniels?
Jaden Daniels is still 3.
3? You're telling me that Jaden Daniels is 3?
Oh, Lord.
Still
that
3.
is terrible.
I mean, I want to argue with him.
This ain't 2025. This is 2026.
Okay.
This is June of 2026.
So
Jaden Daniels is still number 3.
Dude, that is so stupid. Okay, so then what is Josh Allen and Lamar 1 and 2, and then Mahomes like 4 or something?
Josh Allen's 1, Lamar's number 2.
Okay, and then where's Mahomes? Is he like 4 or 5? Where is he? Because if somehow he's below Jackson
14.
Dart, that's so okay. No. That is so
Did you just say he's 14?
14.
The dumbest. Oh my!
Is Joe Burrow 4? Is Joe Burrow 5?
Joe Burrow, I believe, is 6.
Stupidest thing I
Joe Burrow is 6. Yeah.
My camera actually stay up.
The fuck is 5?
Okay, so I'll go through it real quick. So 1, Josh Allen. 2, Lamar Jackson. 3, Jaden Daniels. 4 is Drake May.
Drake May is 4?
5 is Jalen Hurts. 6 is Joe Burrow.
5 was Hurts. All right. Never mind.
Jackson Dart is 7. Brock Purdy's 8. Trevor Lawrence is 9. Bo Nix is 10. Caleb Williams 11.
According to ESPN, we got the best QB in the NFC East.
Dude, Dak Prescott's 12. Matthew Stafford is 13.
The MVP
and Patrick
is
Mahomes
13.
is 14.
That is stupid.
Dude, I would take it backwards.
This is stupid. Like, okay.
Does it say who made this list? Because they need to look for a new job.
That, you know what? This is one of those lists where, like, hey, we want people to like really pay attention to us, so let's make the most egregious list possible so everybody talks about it.
This is Mike Clay. He's one of the senior writers for all ESPN. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Fame guy. He does fantasy football now, and he does talk about the NFL.
So he played football?
No,
so he's just a Hall of Famer as a writer.
Yeah,
listen,
right.
You know what? All respect to your career, sir. When I say this is a joke. This is much love to your career, but get off the booger sugar, all right? Because that is just insane.
It is stupid. I don't even understand what I'm looking. I'm like, how?
Like, I am trying to envision how Mahomes is 14.
Is this a prediction of how he thinks this upcoming year is going to be?
This is what he thinks it is. Yeah, basically prediction for this next year. That Mahomes is going to be 14.
I mean, that's still crazy talk, but
I like, okay, if we're just focused on one season and you're only going off of last season, even then that doesn't make sense for some people on that list. If you're looking at just stats alone.
no, this is predictions for coming into this season.
Yeah,
so he's
but
like, at the end of the year, Jay Daniels will be 3, Josh Allen will be 1. But the thing, Mahomes is going to finish at 14.
I understand that if your argument is that, well, look at what Mahomes done last year
Jalen
as
Hurts is
far
going to
as
finish
stats go.
5th. Have you not seen that offense?
Offense isn't bad. Watch your tone, number 3. All right, watch your tone. But no,
I have a lot of problems with all the lists.
And then Dak at 12, I think it's a mistake because we all know regular season Dak is like an almost MVP level kind of player.
100%.
Playoff Dak is different. So it's
he's just accounting for the inevitable injury that happens. That's all.
Well, how about this,
list,
guys? Baker Mayfield not being in the top 10. Baker Mayfield has played top 10 football the last 3 years every single time.
So okay, real quick because I didn't hear.
So who would you take out of the top 10 to put Baker
a few
in, or Mahomes in?
Jackson Dart shouldn't even be.
Well, Jackson Dart for sure is the easiest one.
Jay Daniels should not be number 3.
We should stay in the NFC East and get rid of Jay Daniels and Jalen Hurts.
My top 4 has never changed.
No.
In the last 4 years, my top 4 has never. Those 4 have just been jumbled up. But it's always going to be Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson. It's always somewhere. Like in those 4, in some entity, like you put them 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Always those 4 should be my top 4.
See, and I'm trying. Where was Jared Goff ranked? I'm not sure if I heard it.
20.
That's he should be top 10. There's no reason why Jared Goff should not be top 10. That is
no. So I'm looking at this another list for NBC Sports. Even Jared Goff right there is 13. I think 13 sounds good, but ESPN had 20.
I see, and to me, I think of Jared Goff as 10. If you want to have Matthew Stafford for the next season out of top 10, I'd have him right at 11 or 10. I would have him right in between there because, let's be real, Matthew Stafford hasn't always been,
his list is mobile quarterback biased.
Oh, well, then you know what? Then
look at all the top ones. They're all mobile quarterback.
Well, for fantasy football, that's how we look at it.
I like this one. I'm just going to read you this one real quick. Top 15. Josh Allen, number 1. Okay. That's Joe Burrow, number 2. Lamar Jackson, 3. Patrick Mahomes, 4. Matt Stafford, 5. Caleb Williams, 6. Justin Herbert, 7. Drake May, 8. Jaden Daniels, 9. Baker Mayfield, 10. Dak Prescott, 11. Trevor Lawrence, 12.
Oh, he's going to riot. He's going to riot. I could see it. He's keeping it in.
Sam Darnold, 14.
Wow, Sammy D, Mr. Turnover. Okay.
Jordan Love, 15. Oh my God, how far are we gonna go down?
He's like, we're gonna go higher because I gotta know where he is.
Bo Nix, 16. Brock Purdy, 17.
That's horrible.
Daniel Jones, 18.
Oh my God, Daniel Jones is ahead of him.
Malik Willis, 19.
Malik Willis ahead of him.
CJ Stroud, 20.
You don't
Jalen Hurts.
You don't have to finish that list, guys. 20. Thank you for coming to Dynasty Pylon. I gotta tell y'all,
this is my new
lay off the weed, lay off the drugs. It was good. Sayonara.
My new favorite list of all time. Remember this forever. Jalen Hurts, the 20th ranked QB in the NFL, guys.
21st.
Or 21st. Sorry.
Just so everyone doesn't believes me, I'm reading off this list. This is not something I'm just doing on my own. I am literally.
Oh, there it is.
This is not something that I did. What the hell? I have no idea.
I love it.
So when he comes back and we win the Super Bowl, I don't want to hear shit from these rankers. They're so garbage with that.
Malik Willis?
Yeah, I don't know how Willis
like,
is 19.
Well, it's NBC. You know what? No one cares about NBC.
Daniel Jones?
No one cares.
Okay, I don't mind Daniel Jones being
He's
18.
not going to be there. He's over CJ Stroud. He's not even going to be there.
This
I
list
don't mind
started
being
off
those young
good,
being
and then it just
18.
went downhill.
It's just the people they have in front of it. Like Bo Nick should be higher than 16, probably.
You know,
Who are
I'm
you
the
taking out?
biggest
Jordan Love?
Bo defender, and the fact that
Sam
Bo's
Darnold?
60 is also egregious.
I will say this: it's way too high for Caleb Williams. Trevor
Yeah,
Lawrence.
you got that 6, and you're like Caleb Williams, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
It's just exciting.
What was that?
I would rather.
Like, no
in my
wonder Brian
opinion,
likes this
So
list.
it's actually-
I think Dak Prescott and Caleb Williams should be flipped. I think Dak Prescott should be 6, and then Caleb Williams should be like 11. That's my opinion.
Well, hey,
Baker Mayfield, Jaden Daniels,
someone's still salty.
man.
That's all I'm gonna say.
You know it.
Right here, breaking news: Jalen Hurts, 21st week.
You know, it's crazy that they. You know what? That's okay because that's how Hurts likes it. He likes when people doubt him, like they always have, and then he goes and plays above and beyond. You know, I actually don't hate the top 4.
Well, this should be the top 4 always. I feel like they've earned it the last 5 years. These are the top 4 quarterbacks. That's just what they are.
Has Joe Burrow, because I always made this argument that Joe Burrow when healthy, absolutely. But Joe Burrow's like the CMC of quarterbacks. He's not always healthy. And that's the problem. It's hard to rank a guy a top elite quarterback when he hasn't been to playoffs in how many years now? Was it 2?
I could argue that. And I think I could respect that too. But I will move everybody else up and put Joe Burrow right about 8 or 9, just because we don't know what we're going to get out of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're just not sure we're going to get out of him. But
yeah, I mean, like to me, when healthy, he absolutely is like a top 4, top 5 guy. Like I do believe that, but until I see him, I hate to say it, but I really don't want his career to feel kind of like Cam Newton's in a sense where you have that one terrific season, you get to the Super Bowl and you lose, and then everything else is just, mediocre. It's good, but never anything wow spectacular, I would hate for that to happen to him. He's too talented for that. So.
All right, guys, we've been here for a little bit longer. Mark needs to go to bed. I need to force him to go to bed. So I'm going to stop the show now. Appreciate everyone being here. Appreciate the list. Make it upset. Made my day. You guys did it.
Yeah, that's just either clip it, AI, clip it.
Sheed, appreciate you being in here with us, man. Derpy, appreciate you earlier. Guys, this was fun. I love talking about this stuff. Can't wait to talk more. I want to see more what happens when we get to camp. We got about 3 weeks before NFL camp start to come in. All the new coaches start to have their camp coming in. So you guys can't wait. Can't wait to see what we're gonna get. Till then, we'll see you guys again probably Sunday. So
yep.
See you guys later.
See you guys.
Peace.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. When I watch me elevate.